Hey, 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 24, Mom.
24, we're getting so close, Katie.
I know. In the beginning of the book, when we first had written the book, I only had 25 chapters, and
Yeah,
now it's up to 28.
it was supposed to be. Just let it happen.
Now, I'll be honest, we only wrote one more chapter. By we, I mean you, Mom, did, because I had you write
Right.
one more. The other ones we just split apart
Yeah.
because they were really long chapters. I'm long-winded sometimes, so.
Really? You're
Mm.
just figuring that out now. Okay.
Okay, so for anyone that's diving into this randomly and you're like, who are these two yahoos? I'm Katie. This is my mom, Lynn. We wrote a book together, Embracing Your Different Ability. And now we are going into each and every chapter, asking each other questions, diving deeper, having random conversations, some silliness, not only here on YouTube, but over on the podcast. My podcast, the Different Ability Podcast, where there's totally different questions. So watch this one and then go down below in the description, click on the podcast episode, and go listen to that too.
Got
And
it.
don't forget, go get the book and listen,
Yeah.
read it, share it with people. Let us know your feelings. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Let's get started with chapter
Let's
24.
go.
So, you mentioned how sharing your personal stories has become easier over time. What advice would you give to someone who feels scared or unsure about sharing their own vulnerable experiences?
First of all, that is totally normal. Like it is something it's not easy to share stories about yourself or things that are really hard to talk about. So I want you to know like it's okay to feel uneasy, scared, unsure, nervous. I would suggest if you want to start sharing your stories and sharing it out there with the world, number one, you can just go rogue and do it. Okay? Do it. That's awesome. But if you're really hesitant to do that, I would start by sharing it with someone that you know that's close to you, whether that's a family member, whether that's a friend, and just start sharing that. Like, start sharing it just little by little. See how people react. And you also learn the people you want to spend time with too in that situation. Because if someone
Right?
shames you for something that is part of your life,
Mhm.
they just might not be the right person to be in your
Yeah.
life. And so I feel like sharing little bits by little bits is going to help you grow and learn about yourself, but also the people around you. And then once you get that moment, and you will, where someone's like, me too. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I've never had anyone say that before. I feel that way as well. I thought I was alone.
Yeah.
That is the moment it clicks. It clicked for me. And it was like, wow,
Yeah.
okay, these stories matter and they're going to help change lives and they're going to help people not feel alone. So start by doing it little by little. Someone you trust, or
Yeah.
a random stranger. If that feels more comfortable for you, random stranger.
Yeah.
That's cool too.
Yeah.
And you'll just start building that up and seeing that impact that you're making by
Yeah.
just sharing a little bit about yourself. Mom, what
Okay.
about you? Do you have anything you want to add?
I do actually. I very luckily married into a storytelling family. So for them, it came natural. But what I think is the value of storytelling, and mine is just a little different than yours. You're talking about getting out there and sharing your story and opening yourself up. I look at our storytelling more as I want to know the history. I want to know what life was. What was it like, Grandpa, when you were a little boy? And those stories bring so many more on. We spend hours in the car or whenever when grandma and grandpa were with us and listened to their stories, and they gave me such a better understanding of them. It also then prompted us to start telling stories. Your dad's always been a storyteller, and I think that's where you get it from is we have had such a history of storytelling. It's an art, it's a lost art, and we need to share more of each other. We need to share more of ourselves to each other to better understand everybody. And it's just it's so entertaining for us. I've even taped them, Grandma and Grandpa. So we have those stories to share and to keep because they're so important. So it's just a different view on storytelling, but
Hmm.
it is such a huge and important part of our lives. We can't forget it.
Yeah, I do love it. And yeah, dad is definitely like our like I think about like our birthday parties, like being around other types of families and being in other families.
Yeah,
I go and see like go to an event with other people and they like go, they eat, they say hi and they leave. And I'm like, what? Like
yeah,
it's so foreign to me because
no,
at our birthday parties when we were younger or any kind of family gathering, it was like okay, we get there, you eat right away. Okay, food better be freaking
yeah.
ready and we're all gonna eat. Okay.
Well, and then leave it out because you snack
Oh,
all
just
for the day.
leave it out all day. Yeah. But you're gonna eat right away. Then you sit down and then you all are done eating, right? Maybe snacking, whatever. But you're all sitting around talking. And
Yeah,
it doesn't mean that it has to be like crazy, like back in my day, I did this.
yeah,
No, it's just stories about what are you doing at work or what's happening in life or talking about reminiscing and talking about those
yeah.
other stories.
For
That
hours we would do that.
hours. Like our birthday parties would start at noon and people wouldn't leave until 5.
Oh,
Like
even later than
or
that.
6
Even
or 7 or
later
8.
than that.
Yeah, I know, but I mean
Yeah,
like roughly. And
yeah,
you just spend the day. And that
yeah.
is something I grew up with and other people in my life did not grow up that way. And
Right.
I'm just like, what? Like, what do you mean
Yeah.
you don't sit and talk for hours? Like, even when I have you guys come up and have, whether it's Easter or whatever, or just a dinner up here, it's not, all right, we ate, let's go, bye, see you later. It's, oh, they're staying for a couple hours and we're
Yeah.
talking
Oh,
about stuff.
yeah.
Okay. There has been times that I'm like, I'm really over you guys.
It's
I mean,
time to go.
get
Yeah.
out. Like,
Mhm.
I'm just like, in a nice way, in a nice way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's just nice to sit and chat and connect. And that's the way we grew up. So I'm used to that.
Right.
I
Right.
understand not everyone is, but you are right. I feel like life is so precious, so short. People are only on this earth, if they're lucky, 80 years, right? 89,
Yeah.
let's say 100, just to be super like
Yeah.
100 years. I don't want to forget that life.
Right.
Like I don't want people like, oh, they're done. Okay, bye. No, like, no, I want
Right.
to be able to continue to tell those stories and share those stories and go on. And that's a little bit of a little tiny bit of the reason why I decided to write this book is like,
Yeah.
number one, want to help people, but someday down the road, my niece and nephew or whoever, or my dog, Gage, or can be proud of that and be able
Yeah.
to be like, yeah, this is my Aunt Kate's story or whatever that looks like. I think that's really special and
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, cool. Thanks, Mom.
You bet. Can you expand on a moment when you realized that life doesn't always go according to plan and how embracing that uncertainty led you to where you are today?
Yep. The day I went into my first real life out of college job, looked at the calendar, saw that the owner was meeting with every single employee at 15-minute increments, half-hour increments, whatever it was. And I sat in the office and I said, gonna get fired today.
Hmm.
Something's off. And I'd only been at that company for 11 months. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about how not to run a business too,
Yeah.
but I learned a lot. I made a lot of good connections. But that moment, and then finding out, yes, in 2 weeks, you're done. Like this company's closing.
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was going to do. But then realizing, like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to have a job in 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
then a small town, small area, small community. And it wasn't that small, I guess, but small industry. Like in every industry is smaller than we think, right? Everyone knows
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
It got out quickly that that company was, quote, closing, we're going to say. And I had a call from Mrs. K.
Yeah.
And I met her at the home show. And she said, hey, I heard you're going to lose your job. Sorry to hear that. Will you come work with me and start your own business, freelance a little bit, and do some design work for me? And I said, yes,
Yeah.
of course. And then a couple months later after that, running into someone I met through the industry at a Sam's Club parking lot. Him saying, "Hey, you got a job yet?" No. I mean, yeah, I'm working at this, but no, not a full-time job. He said, "You should go reach out to so and so. They're looking for a designer." And then I did that, landed that job, and then it just all progressed from there.
Right.
And
It's that network you built,
yeah, it
that net
is.
that village you built around you that helped you move forward so quickly.
And that's why I think it's so important to continue to build your own network. And
Yeah.
that starts with literally talking to people,
Yeah.
making connections, letting people know what you're looking for, what you want. Like with this book, I've told so many people randomly, like, yeah, I wrote a book. And they're like, wait, what? When can I
Yeah.
get it? And now it's kind of annoying. Not in a bad way, but just like people are like, hey, how's the book going? Is it almost done? It's getting there. Like, so I'm like, dang it, like, because I want it to be done. And I'm like, when you're watching this, the book is
So
done.
close.
But
We're
right
so close.
now, we're getting closer. Mom, you think we're so close. We're just done with editing. I have a
Uh,
lot more to do. But
we're still close.
we are definitely closer. But it is fun. So just building that like little spider web out and connecting with people and making those connections, you just never know where it's going to lead you. So that door that was closing, or that window, let's say that window that was closing, opened up a huge doorway for me. And even then, like just talking, like when I talked to my friend Jen at that coffee shop saying, I'm looking for something different. And she's like, you got to meet Doug. I'm like, who the frick
Mhm.
is Doug?
Yeah.
And so those things all happened because I spoke out words.
Yes.
I connected with people. And you can do it too. It's not
Yeah.
just some cool thing Katie can do. No, you can do it too. And I encourage you to do that right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks, Mom. All right.
Got it.
This is the last episode we're recording today. So the next time you see us on chapter 25, we'll look different.
Yeah.
All right. We have four left. I can't wait to chat with you on 25 and the rest of the episodes. Thanks, Mom, for being here today with me. Everyone else, go down, listen to the podcast episode, go buy the book, go tell your friends, connect with me. Would love to hear from you.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. See you then.
Goodbye.